AI isn't just assisting, it's reshaping entire teams and workflows. With all this AI powered acceleration, concerns about job displacement are natural. Which software roles do you think are most at risk of being replaced by AI?
So the roles that are mostly at risk are those involving repetitive and predictable tasks. For example, some basic code generation, certain types of testing and data entry or document generation can be automated with AI pretty well. A Goldman Sachs report even suggested that AI could impact around 300 million jobs globally. However, it's less about direct replacement and more about evolution. For example, while AI can write test scripts, a human QA tester is still needed for more complex exploratory testing and to think critically about the user experience as well. Uh, and there's the aspect of communication and collaboration across teams. You need to get buy-in from a lot of people. You need to sort of connect the dots in the way that isn't really very programmable or very defined because it involves creativity. So I think those are things that are different. Despite all of this AI power, there are still things that only humans seem to do well. And projections show that while some jobs will be lost, a significant number of new ones, like the LLM engineer we talked about earlier, will be created. Back in the day in programming, people used to write software using machine code, which was like really difficult to write in. It was like 0 0 1 0 1, like just binary digits. And a simple software would be a lot more complex to write back then with machine code than it is with a language like JavaScript or Python right now. So when these high level languages like Python or JavaScript came, people thought that these languages would not, they would replace programmers, or that they would not be as efficient or as good as machine code was. But what ended up happening was that because these new languages uh, increased a lot of productivity and unlocked a lot of new ways and more complicated things you could do with software, actually the number of software developers grew and the roles became more advanced and more niched around along the sort of the possibilities of these new technologies. But the old job, which was writing machine code, just went away, and those same people became Python developers, or at least not those same people, but there was an evolution in sort of as fewer and fewer of those old jobs existed, there became more and more of these newer jobs, and the total number of sort of developer roles actually increased many folds.